Once upon a time, a star fell from the sky. It crash-landed in Tokyo Marunouchi Station. As it turned out, the star was no star at all, but instead a meteor made of an unknown stone-like material. A wealthy man would purchase this meteor and carve a statue out of it. A statue that would become the being known as SiIvaGunner.
And later, SiIvaGunner. SiIvaGunner kills his creator, then starts the YouTube channel similarly named SiIvaGunner. Thus begins the new age of high-quality rips. But not everyone is too fond of this new channel, and soon, SiIvaGunner would come face to face with a terrifying obstacle, a copyright strike. Undeterred, Giva takes matters into his own hands and apprehends 7 individuals, each of which he suspects may have been the cause of this strike. One of these suspects is none other than Angry Joe, disguised as the high-ranking crime lord, Dinkelberg. He was the true culprit behind the strike, and he's not done yet. SiIvaGunner's plane had been tailed the entire time, allowing Joe to launch another copyright strike.
The assault terminates Giva's channel, rendering the man himself lifeless as well. Angry Joe takes one of SiIvaGunner's eyes as a keepsake, as the latter's stone body drops from the plane, never to be seen again. Or so it would seem.
Some time passes, and a man by the name of Chad Warden finds the fallen SiIvaGunner in Grandiose City, buying him at an auction for the price of $599 US. Upon discovering the SiIvaGunner channel, Chad creates SiIvaGunner to, let's say, follow in his footsteps. As soon as this new channel is created, SiIvaGunner awakes and declares,
"I only upload high-quality video game rips."
The statue didn't kill Chad like he did his previous owner. Instead, the two decide to collaborate in the creation of rips.
As such, the Netherlands becomes a bustling center of artistry and mass media. Many sought to relocate to Grandiose City, aka Rotterdam, in hopes of collaborating with the extraterrestrial high-quality ripper himself. Google, who owns YouTube, even relocated its headquarters to Amsterdam. As we shall soon see, many human celebrities and artists appear within close proximity of each other in this world for this very reason.
Around this time, Chad would create a machine known as the Joke Explainer 7000. As the name implies, the original purpose of this robot was to explain jokes in the comments section of SiIvaGunner's rips. Please keep this character in mind, as it will be important later on. SiIvaGunner resumes ripping, now on the SiIvaGunner channel. But pretty soon, Chad decides to respond to the Snowhalaters, as they ain't ballin'.
Chadwoon's been looking at the fanboys. Who you got? You got everybody getting all over the fucking remix. Even if they ain't suck dick. But then when SilvaGunner shows them up nose, halation, remix fanboys. Cry all the time, and then you dick like Bond, the video. Hi. And then we got this one little fat bitch. I don't even know his fucking name. But they got a little fat bitch trying to say that Snow's halation ain't funny. You know what? No flash bitches. Now every fucking SilvaGunner video has to make you laugh.
He establishes AQAP.
Snow's halation stresses AQAP. Alright, I don't know y'all niggas know what AQAP means. AQAP means as quality as possible. All the snows rips follow that strict policy. AQAP, baby. AQAP.
He would soon respond again.
So baby, this Chad. Alright. See Wizzy. Chad Daddy. Alright. Go by many different names. Big Poppy. Dick like Bond. And Video. And Baller. Alright. It remains the surprise for others. You know what? See this shit needs to stop. Alright, this best I met out to and said and for quality rips. And I don't know about you, but that hate movement ain't baller. Alright, imagine if we still remix got like 600 dicks like Bonds. That shit ain't fair.
And then...
Damn it.
Uh-oh. Looks like SiIvaGunner isn't equipped with the highest quality ripping software to create his high quality rips. Whatever shall he do? This video is sponsored by the Loud Negra store. Here you can grab all the latest gear for your ripping needs. Scale converters, kazoos, Space Jam CDs, and of course the ever popular HQ Ripper 8.0. All of this and more at your closest Loud Negra store. Remember our jingle. This advertisement was brought to you by the Haltmann Corporation. On his way to the store, SiIvaGunner encounters Chad Warden, who still seems to be upset about dislike bombs on the channel.
So SilvaGunner.
Hey, Chad Warden, how's it going?
Ballin'. But we still got a bunch of niggas dicks like Bond. It's so dick.
Yeah, I know they can be a pain sometimes, but don't worry about it too much. That's just how they are. But I hope they can change someday too, man. Anyway, I gotta get going.
SiIvaGunner returns from the store, installs his new software, and completes his Love Live rip for Nozomi's birthday. It was her birthday at the time. Proud of his work, SiIvaGunner decides to make one more snow halation rip.
Let's throw in some Flintstones too. That ought to make it grand as hell. Alright, let's roll this baby up. Wait, what's happening? My head. Hey, what was I doing again? Yeah, I was going to make a high-quality rip-off go my way from the Idol Master. With this new software I got from the house he shot yesterday, this new go my way rip will be a huge hit. Let's throw in some Simpsons too, that ought to make it though, as hell.
Granddad is now The Simpsons and Family Guy. Snow halation is now Go My Way, and Loud Negra is now the Howie Scream. Well, actually, that last one wasn't true. My, what a strange new world we've stumbled upon. And it appears that no one else remembers the previous reality. No one except...
Oh, SilvaGunner put up a new video. What? Hey, I'm saying these rips. What is the Flintstones and snow halation gone? What happened?
Well, it appears to be the work of...
the voice inside your head.
A powerful being who concentrated the voices of the masses into SiIvaGunner's latest hardware, causing it to alter reality. Chad and the voice stand at opposing ends. The former wishes to fight against the fans who voice their dissatisfaction with snow halation, while the latter seeks to grant them their every desire in the most parallel way possible. Though he holds dominion over this world, the voice prefers not to fight. Instead,
How about this? I can make you a deal to restore your original universe.
A deal?
Yes, I need some time, like a few days, to think about a good way we can settle this. But for now, why don't you revel in some of the fantastic new rips this new SilvaGunner has to offer?
Shove it up your ass.
a few days pass, and the voice reappears, now with a deal in mind.
Here's the deal. How about we merge the two universes? Without snow halation.
What the fuck?
Chad, Don't you realize? This is for the greater good. Think about it. Snow halation has caused nothing but hatred and drama for old Silver here.
That was just a bunch of niggas being bitch-ass crybabies.
No, Chad. The fans are everything. They're no best. They know that despite being a part of the legacy of SilvaGunner, Snow halation is tired and has to go. It has gotten old quickly.
You talking shit, my nigga.
No, my nigga, I am not talking shit. At least Granddad is a great joke and always works well in any song. Not to mention the reactions of Joel are charming and never get old, like all Vine source memes. Snow halation is worthless, unfunny, never works well in anything, is overused, was never ever popular until it rode on the coattails of Granddad, is weeb shit, and above all, doesn't even sound good.
It's not true.
You know it to be true, Chad. It's the reason we're all here in the first place. Don't deny it. Snow halation was a mistake. Nobody actually cares about snow halation. They only want Granddad back. The snow needs to be cleansed.
I'll never accept this.
Come on now, Chad. You can't let the fans down, can you? They're counting on you to bring their Granddad back.
What am I fighting for?
What a predicament we're in. And poor Chad, powerless and yet the only one capable of deciding our future. And so, how does our story conclude?
Greetings, my dear Chad.
Sup?
So Chad, our deal. What will it be? Do you want to keep this universe the way it is? Do you want to create an all-new universe, or would you like to merge this universe and our old one?
Chad comes to a decision. He accepts the terms laid out by the voice.
I want the real SilvaGunner back. Merch them.
And you understand the repercussions this entails, right?
Yeah. I hate to say this, but you're right. It's for the better. No more snow halation. I accept.
The merging process begins. Epilepsy warning.
Let's check it out.
Music.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
Please remember this character, as he will be important later on.
Don't be sad, Chad. After all, we have created the perfect utopia for SilvaGunner. No more snow, no more discourse. Just a grand, gay old time, and high-quality rips.
And so, a grand new era begins, one without snow halation. But suddenly...
Wait, what's that sound?
Nigga, fuck that,
Good work, Chad. I had a feeling that was snow halation. Now let's go. What?
Come on. This place is now nice, slick, black. That shit is nice. SilvaGunner is my channel now, bitches. Ballin'.
With the channel under Chad's control, the world would turn a nice, slick black. All rips would be curated by Chad to be his own twisted concept of AQAP.
Chicken and chips. Chicken and chips. This is chicken and chips. Oh, and some chicken and chips. Chicken and chips. What's for dinner? Chicken and chips. What's for dinner? Chicken and chips. I'm getting bored now. Chicken and chips. You dig? Chicken and chips. Chicken and chips.
It appears the voice's true intentions were to prevent this from happening, to stop the Harbinger from plunging the world into a deep, dark void.
In the end, it seems the old saying is true.
Sony always wins, baby. Sony always wins.
Chicken and chips. Chicken and chips. This is chicken.
But suddenly,
Wait. What's that sound?
The real thing of making a high quality rip.
Snowhalation somehow returns, and with it comes a realization to Chad's mind.
The real thing of being around the ones you love. The real thing of doing what you do. Not true at peace with anyone, but cause people love doing it. True emotions. Pure part of devotion. The melody of the part. What is this real thing called?
Chad. Excuse me?
It's called snow halation. Snow halation. It represents everything beautiful about love. It has united people all over the world. With through tens of thousands of people upstate and lighting up the green eye with their glow sticks as one. Through remix after remix by many different fans. Or through a bunch of people having fun on a YouTube channel.
What's going on? What are you doing?
Snow halation is that special real thing you get when you from express yourself. It's a song about pure love. It has always been an important part of SilvaGunner, and in my way, never since what they all about doing what you love out of your own heart. Now anybody else's time. SilvaGunner doesn't owe anybody anything, and nothing you do can ever change that. I know the real SilvaGunner. Now if you believe a little bitch would agree with me.
You are a fool, Chad. Without the fans we would be nothing. We must appease them and attend to their every whim.
The gay Mexican is my ass. I think you're forgetting a little something.
No way. Is that?
That's right, nigga. It's the MF like button. You know what? You talk to me something first. People can't hate something if they want to. There's always gonna be hatred and fighting. It's human nature, but that sure as hell ain't gonna stop SilvaGunner from making and posting whatever they want, however they want. Hatred ain't shit to SilvaGunner and me so nothing to them, and can't stop hate. I can't show as hell encourage love. The MF like button is an expression of love, just like snow halation. So anybody out there, if you love, you can't use the MF like button. Don't even listen to a bunch of bitch ass niggas try to talk shit. Express your love and don't let anybody stop you.
Damn it. Can't you see this is the ideal world for SilvaGunner? A world directed by the fans. I even sent Justin RPG to your world so I could devastate it quicker. And now you're using the MF like button. You idiot. You and I can't handle that sort of power.
I know. It's real meager violence. Super smash that motherfucking like button.
If you please. And so, Chad Warden, now fighting for what he really believes in, sacrifices himself to save Snowhalation and defeat the voice.
No. I knew better for SilvaGunner, you fool.
So, this is the power of the MF like button. Now bad, and all PS Vita. I'm coming to see you.
What a truly beautiful ending. We'll miss you, Chad. But, you know, I feel like we missed something. Let's head back a bit. Epilepsy warning. During the Voice's dominion, a certain rip was uploaded to the channel. What appeared to be a fairly normal rip turned out to be...
Caution. A virus has been detected.
The Voice had predicted his defeat at the hands of Chad, and installed a virus onto Siva's computer that would become... Woodman. Woodman served as a backup plan for the Voice, carrying on his memory until he found a way to bring his creator back. Whew, that was quite a bit to take in, wasn't it? Before moving on to our next chapter, why don't we take a detour to a much darker story? Let's see here. According to Haltmann Archive File 6, a being known as Green Delabine was brought into existence soon after the events of the reboot. To SiIvaGunner, Delabine was like his own son. The day after his debut, Green Delabine was killed by an unspecified radicalist group. The channel would recognize September 10th, 2016, around a week after Delabine's death, as Bean Mourning Day. SiIvaGunner, stricken by grief, would overload his computer the very next day, causing a strange rift in reality. All rips uploaded that same day vanished from existence, and SiIvaGunner seems to have no memory of those uploads. Furthermore, a channel called Flustered Fernando was brought into existence that day. What a strange occurrence. I wonder what kinds of rips were uploaded that September day. On October 29th, 2016, SiIvaGunner uploads title theme and ending 7 Grandad to the channel. Considering it his magnum opus, he decides to no longer make video game rips. Instead, he heads off to bed.
I haven't slept for so long. I forgot what dreams were like. Now I can finally rest. Good night.
With SiIvaGunner no longer producing rips, the channel would finally come to an end. Thus concludes the tale of SiIvaGunner. Or so it would seem.
Granddad was such a drag. Every day he'd upload the same high-quality rips from the same games, use the same kind of memes. Yeah, he was just that kind of guy. But then, one day, he goes and ends the channel. He couldn't even be original about the way he did it. I'm not complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway. But guess what? He will be coming back. And he's bringing his new memes with him.
That's right, Woodman has become the new host of the channel. But why a Halloween special? Especially considering this is taking place after October 31st.
Hold the phone. Isn't it November the 4th today? We're way late.
Well, it's because of the Beast.
Across the land, the midnight hour is close at hand. Beasts come in search of quality to terrorize your holiday, and whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hound of hell and rot inside Woodman's shell. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the 8-bit beast.
Ahem! If that wasn't clear enough, Rush bit Woodman, causing the latter to turn into the 8-bit beast on the night of a full moon. But why did Rush attack Woodman? Let's recall the orders given to Woodman by the voice.
Blah 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 blah.
And Woodman indeed succeeded by using the Halloween event as a front to develop the Figment Transport Device. Actually, the Halloween event, that was just for fun. Anyway, one of the test subjects for this new device would be Rush, who attacked Woodman before running off into the woods. Ah, but what is this Figment Transport Device? Well, it's a device that transports figments, of course. But what is a figment, you may ask? All in due time, my friends. All you need to know now is that the device takes advantage of anomalous portals that are able to transport matter between various worlds. Some of this anomalous activity has even resulted in rips from games that don't really exist, as they are likely titles from alternate universes. As I stated before, Woodman succeeded in creating the Figment Transport Device, allowing a certain villain to make his comeback to the world of SiIvaGunner.
Ha 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 ha. I'm back.
Woodman's Figment Transport Device has successfully brought the voice inside your head to the real world, allowing the voice to access SiIvaGunner's computer. By doing so, he has released various fictional characters into reality, most of which he inevitably captures. voice is back in town. Oh, it seems that one character has managed to evade apprehension. Thus begins the SiIvaGunner Christmas Comeback Crisis. The protagonist of this chapter appears to be Nozomi. Out of nowhere, she was dropped into an unfamiliar land, where all her friends have been captured. Suddenly, the Voice's forces, with the help of President Haltmann, have taken over the entirety of Grandiose City. It appears the Voice now intends to not only rid the world of snow halation, but of all anime influence. And to prove his point, though confused and alone, Nozomi steels her resolve and sets forth to find her friends. Of course, easier said than done. Let's turn our attention to the big man in charge for a moment. Now aware of Nozomi's existence, he approves Haltmann's plan for the creation of string bots. Look familiar? Now, those who know President Haltmann know that he has only one goal in mind, one which the Voice is exploiting. Meanwhile, in an alley far, far away, a group of rappers have formed the Rappers Union, a coalition against the Voice's rule. Although, I'm not sure if one of them really qualifies as a rapper. Regardless, as they plan to take control of the next building over, our hero can be seen still trying to outrun her would-be captors. She manages to electrocute this mechanism, giving her the chance to take control of it. What was once known as a spheric is now the Smolitzer, able to smash any robot in its way. Speaking of which, in the nick of time, the Rappers Union is saved by Nozomi and her Smolitzer, allowing the Union to claim victory over the building. The two part ways, and Nozomi continues her search for her friends. As rioters gather in the streets of Grandiose City, the Voice's forces are being pushed to their limit, when suddenly... Meanwhile, at the Voice's tower, which serves as a center of operations, by the way, the Voice decides to give us some exposition. As explained before, Woodman was a virus accidentally installed by the Voice as a backup plan during the events of SiIvaGunner Rebooted. This plan worked because of the existence of two types of beings, figments and humans. Woodman and the Voice are unique in that they are hybrids, beings with aspects of both figment and human. As a result, they are able to transcend realms. Woodman even has access to the real reality, our reality, something the voice does not. By creating the Figment transport device, Woodman was not only able to bring the voice to SiIvaGunner's reality, but other Figments as well. And when Figments are killed outside of the digital realm, they are purged from reality. That's right, Woodman has now been tasked with killing Nozomi, even though that's not really his thing. Appear! Woodman! The battle begins with Woodman's leaf shield, which he uses to attack Nozomi. Unsuccessfully. Even so, he doesn't give up! This time, he takes a more direct approach and attempts to punch Nozomi. But his arm ends up falling off. Okay, now he gives up! And he quits working for the voice. But he'll most certainly be back. Suddenly, from the shadows appears Meta Knight, here to aid Nozomi by giving her an assignment, to find Santa Claus before the voice does. Off to the North Pole our heroes go, though not before a well-deserved rest. It seems that the voice's interest in Santa lies behind a substance known as Christmas spirit. I wonder what this could be. The voice's demands grow greater and greater, as Haltmann's confidence in him grows weaker and weaker. Meanwhile, just outside the tower, it seems that a certain number 1 villain has just completed his grand escape. Ah, hold on, Robbie. That's no hero. That's Woodman. With the power of these two villains combined, they shall make an unstoppable alliance. Whew! So much has happened since the voice took over reality. We've laughed, we've cried, we've eaten, and it looks like we're headed to the North Pole next. But wait, now that I think about it, only one of us ate something. I think everyone else must be getting pretty hungry as well. How about we take a trip to the local taco stand before pressing onward? Somewhere in Grandiose City, Waluigi sits around jobless and surfing channels on his TV. When the time comes to pay the rent, he of course has no money, as he gambled it all away at the... His landlord, Mr. Rent, offers him a job at the local taco stand, which Waluigi accepts, thinking he'll actually be fed and paid. Quite the moron, isn't he? Waluigi seems to be doing pretty well at his job, until he adds garlic to a taco. This is, of course, grounds for termination of employment, so Waluigi is promptly fired. Too bad. Elsewhere, Wario is sulking in the streets. Hey, is that 2B? Now, do you remember how the Figment transport device served as a portal between different worlds? The garlic taco Waluigi created seems to serve a similar purpose. Very interesting. I wonder what other beings have taken notice of this taco's power. As it stands, the voice has taken over most of Grandiose City. According to File 13 of Haltmann's archives, the only portions of the city not under his control are the rental storage facility, where Nozomi was last seen resting, Precinct C, which has presumably been taken over by the rapper's union, and the cliffside residence, where SiIvaGunner himself sleeps. The voice plans to expand his influence across the globe, including to a certain pole that just so happens to be located north. To do so, he sends his troops to capture both Santa and his workshop.
And so our heroes arrive at the pole, a fortress ruined by a pitch-black soul. They go and find dear old Santa Claus, and make their escape without pause. But a decision is made by old Saint Nick, to destroy his own base, and do it quick. Thus our heroes must surely make haste, for 5 minutes is all they have to waste. Mechs attempt to slow their pace, but fall shall those whom our heroes face. All three escape just in time, before the pole's final bells chime. And Santa explains to all who hear it, the secret behind Christmas spirit.
According to Santa Claus, Christmas spirit is the embodiment of the warm feelings people get around the holidays. It can be used as a magical force to enhance the abilities of beings. With that being said, only joyous beings who are pure of heart, such as Santa, can generate Christmas spirit, which is why the voice sought to target him. Knowing this, Santa decided to destroy his own home to prevent the voice from obtaining his supply. But will even such a drastic measure be enough to stop the voice's conquest? Interestingly, it seems that snow halation generates a large amount of Christmas spirit, despite not being a Christmas-themed song. Quite a bit has happened since our story began, and to think, everything so far, for the most part, occurred within the span of 2016. Before we continue, I think it's time we took a little break to recall the major events that have already taken place. Presenting the SiIvaGunner Timeline, a summary of events, brought to you by the SiIvaGunner channel itself. In the interest of time, I will attempt to focus on the most lore-relevant events. November 17, 1995, mm2wood.mid is created, planting the seeds that would later manifest as the Woodman glitch. January 9, 2016, a small meteor crashes near Tokyo Station Motonochi. The meteor is named SiIvaGunner, and the SiIvaGunner YouTube channel, dedicated to high-quality rips of video game music, is created. April 6, 2016, Angry Joe hijacks a flight that SiIvaGunner is on, puts out his eye, and puts him into a coma. The channel is terminated with no survivors. April 12, 2016, SiIvaGunner awakens from his coma and renames himself SiIvaGunner. May 17, 2016, Chad Warden notices some discourse within the SiIvaGunner fanbase and tries to quell the flames. He fails. May 28, 2016, Justin RPG is deployed to SiIvaGunner by an unknown person to further increase the community discourse. June 17, 2016, the community discourse reaches critical overload. SiIvaGunner is rebooted, beginning the SiIvaGunner Rebooted arc. The running gags of the channel are replaced with their parallel universe counterparts. June 20th, 2016, Father's Day. The first ARG begins. Upon its conclusion, it is revealed that the voice inside your head, a multidimensional being, orchestrated the reboot. June 21st, 2016, SiIvaGunner, in his rebooted state, purchases a copy of Mighty No. 9 in order to produce quality rips of its soundtrack. Due to the bugginess of the game, the Woodman glitch gains sentience, and Woodman is born. July 8, 2016, the second ARG commences. The voice inside your head ends the channel reboot. July 9, 2016, the second ARG ends. The voice inside your head reveals that he sent Justin RPG to devastate the original universe. Chad Warden sacrifices himself to kill the voice and save Snow Halation, ending the reboot for good. September 2nd, 2016, Green Delabine makes his first appearance on the channel. September 9th, 2016, Green Delabine is killed. September 10th, 2016, SiIvaGunner mourns Green Delabine's death. September 11th, 2016, the Jetsons finally debut on SiIvaGunner. Many patriotic, tower-themed, and Jetsons-themed rips are uploaded. The Jetsons crash into a tower and are never seen on the channel again. All rips uploaded on this date mysteriously vanish, and no more rips are uploaded for the rest of the day. The YouTube channel Flustered Fernando is created, and it re-uploads the missing rips. September 12th, 2016, SiIvaGunner resumes uploading rips, having absolutely no memory of the previous day, or the rips he uploaded on it. September 16, 2016, SiIvaGunner attempts to upload a high-quality rip of Vampire Killer from Castlevania, but Woodman corrupts it into Haunted House, aka Castle Boss, by 8-Bit Beast. September 29th, 2016, SiIvaGunner is on his last legs, thus his swan song featuring the highest quality rips to date takes place. September 30th, 2016, SiIvaGunner uploads the Nutcheck theme, but the first Nutcheck is replaced with me ending the channel. Regular rips come to a close, and the SiIvaGunner channel formally ends. October 19th, 2016, Woodman uploads Woodman Mega Man 2 without SiIvaGunner's knowledge. October 29th, 2016, SiIvaGunner uploads title theme and ending 7 Granddad. Having produced the highest quality rip of his career, he finally goes to sleep. November 4th through 7th, 2016, Woodman uploads Halloween-themed rips to SiIvaGunner's channel. November 30th, 2016, Woodman announces that he has been ordered by Dr. Wily to fight Mega Man, and abandons SiIvaGunner's Twitter and YouTube accounts. December 14th, 2016, the SiIvaGunner Christmas Comeback Crisis arc begins. The voice inside your head returns, uses SiIvaGunner's computer to release figments into reality, and takes over Grandiose City and SiIvaGunner's YouTube channel, vowing to destroy all anime. December 25th, 2016, Santa Claus's workshop at the North Pole is annihilated by a huge explosion. Of course, the story is not over yet. After all,
we have much work to do. Christmas spirit needs to be mined. Anime needs to be destroyed. The show must go on. Mecha Dick has yet to be deployed.
let us return to the world of the Christmas Comeback Crisis by checking up on the voice himself. It appears that Santa's efforts were all for naught, as Angry Joe— wait, Angry Joe? That's right, Angry Joe is back, and he's still evil. This time, he's reporting to the voice, and was even able to obtain a small sample of Christmas spirit, much to the voice's pleasure. Haltmann too reports to the voice with mostly good news. In return, the voice presents him with Susie. Or not, as it seems. Haltmann is, of course, infuriated. Elsewhere, our heroes discuss a plan to defeat the voice once and for all. They decide to first weaken his forces by attacking his barracks. In order to do so, however, they must first scout the area. It appears that the group's stealth mission has gone awry, and none other than Angry Joe has spotted them. He deploys one of Haltmann's latest designs. Richard Cabeza? No, not quite. The robot doesn't seem to be much of a threat. Until it is reborn. Stronger and faster than ever before, this enemy makes little work of our heroes. Santa, seeing no other option, decides to pull out his fail-safe. The Smolitzer surges with the power of Christmas spirit, decimating its opponent in a matter of seconds. Angry Joe retreats, as do our heroes. I have a feeling, however, that these two parties shall face each other again very soon. Now familiar with the layout of the barracks, our heroes come up with a plan of action to attack the Voice's forces with the help of the Rappers Union, now featuring Parappa the Rappa. Meanwhile, a certain set of supervillains are listening from just outside the hideout. I wonder what they could be planning. Our heroes arrive at their destination and launch a full-scale attack on the barracks, only to find that their enemies have already been apprehended. I guess our #1 villain's plan didn't go so well. However, it appears that one man managed to avoid capture, Angry Joe himself. As Robbie and Woodman escape, Joe targets Nozomi with his brand new, revolutionary, space-saving Bowflexo suit, now with over 90 exercises in one. Our heroes cannot handle the power of the Christmas spirit-infused Bowflexo suit, as even Nozomi can barely fight back. But suddenly, the very song Nozomi needed to hear appeared right before her ears. It was as if the song allowed her to generate mountains of Christmas spirit in the blink of an eye. The two fought with all their heart and soul, and in the end, Nozomi emerged victorious. Despite her victory, however, Nozomi was knocked unconscious from the exhaustion of battle. Thankfully, the rest of the group managed to get by with only minor injuries. Hey, where's Barkley? Meanwhile, at the tower, the voice seems to be conversing with a Frenchman. It appears a backup plan has been hatched, just in case an inside agent fails at his job. I wonder who that could be. Well, we won't have to wait long. As it turns out, he's Charles Barkley! With an on-call button in hand, Barkley sets off to destroy the Rappers Union, per the voice's orders. Deciding to attend to other matters, the voice calls Haltmann into his office.
Haltmann, please report to my office at once. Haltmann. He has been spending an awful lot of time in that workshop of his. Haltmann, there you are.
You can shut up now. I'm always on duty.
What on earth is going? Hey?
Brown bricks. White crap.
What is the meaning of this?
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm better than you are.
It seems the voice has been usurped. But by who? That Gadgetini clone must have been made by somebody. Ah well. Turning our attention to the heroes of this story, it appears that not one, but two groups of protagonists are under attack. In the right corner, the Rappers Union is being paid a visit by their old friend. And in the left corner, a dastardly duo of villains have their sights set on Nozomi, Meta Knight, and Santa Claus. Both teams face a barrage of attacks, with the Rappers Union even suffering a few casualties. However, even in the face of adversity, our heroes do not surrender. Woodman and Robbie are driven off by Santa's red-hot cold cannon, and Snoop Dogg manages to burst Barkley's bubbles. In the end, all was not lost. But wait, Barkley has one more trick up his sleeve. In goes Barkley, and out comes the Kazoo Master. En puissant gré d'une autre dimension, il est prêt à se battre. Mais Soulja Boy ne laissera pas gagner. Les deux engagent dans le combat. Jusqu'à ce que, finalement, Soulja Boy en sorte victorieux. Satisfait, le maître de Kazoo jure de revenir une fois que Soulja Boy aura perfectionné ses compétences. I wonder what the Gadgetini clone is up to.
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm always on duty. Oh, Minecraft. Minecraft. Do you know what my favorite thing to do is in Minecraft? I'm having a lot of Minecraft. I'm having a lot of Oh look, my favorite thing to do is in Minecraft. I'm having a lot of fun.
I'm better than you are, so I need to
With Haltmann now in control of Earth and the SiIvaGunner channel, and the Rappers Union now being down to 2 members, Snoop does the unthinkable. He runs for president! That's right, Snoop Dogg's venture into the political world starts now. Meanwhile, Nozomi, Meta Knight, and Santa seize the opportunity to go rescue their captured friends. As a quick reminder, this video is sponsored by the Loud Negro Store. For all your ripping needs, the group heads into the Voices Tower. Deep into it. They stumble upon a laboratory filled with Christmas spirit and bizarre creatures. The deeper they delve, the more mysterious the place gets. They find a man next to a Christmas spirit-filled vat. A man lost to his own obsession. Justin RPG. The voice is heard over the speakers soon after, and it appears he has a plan to usurp his usurper. But first, he decides to use Justin's obsession to his own advantage. From within the vat emerges Reshiram, and the first thing it does is eat Justin. The second thing it does is transform. Incredibly powerful and bathed in Christmas spirit, Jew Reshigoth proves to be too much for our band of heroes. They can barely avoid his attacks, let alone damage him. It was inevitable that something brutal would occur. Santa's down, and Meta Knight barely managed to leave a scratch on the beast before getting knocked out. Only Nozomi is left, and all she can do is run. But suddenly, Santa, radiating with Christmas spirit, gets back up. In a last-ditch effort, Santa charges towards Jew Reshigoth. To no avail. But actually, Jew Reshigoth is no more, but our heroes have suffered quite a bit. All they can do now is move forward. In the time it took for the most recent episode to come out, a few other characters have decided to give themselves the spotlight. Perhaps it would be wise to spend some of this time exploring a few of Haltmann's archives as well. So before we press onwards to 2023, let's take a trip to 2018.
Well, Seymour, I made it, despite your directions.
That's right. It's time for...
Woodman with his nicest explanations. Old Robbie Rodkin's gonna need his medication. When he hears Woodman's lore justifications, he'll be troubling grips tonight.
Woodman!
This episode is just steamed hams. Until Woodman starts explaining something very peculiar. That being that the world of SiIvaGunner, the one in which all of this lore has taken place, has been stuck in an eternal 2016 Christmas all this time. Meanwhile, only Woodman and a few other Figment hybrids have remained aware of how the real world, our world, is progressing as usual. 2018 in our world at the time, 2016 in theirs. Even so, figments from properties that didn't exist before 2016 continue to be integrated into the channel, and it seems that Haltmann is the one behind it, all in his endeavor to collect max profit. This confusion gets to both of our villains. But after letting off a bit of steam, the duo decide to get their show back on the road again. Even in their desperation, they are able to find purpose. Now, this next episode is an entire story of its own. Be sure to keep in mind that it takes place parallel to the events of the C.C.C, beginning around the time of, or soon after, Waluigi's taco stand. So then, let's take a quick look at how Wade LD's story unfolds. Wade LD is an average Waddle Dee with an average life. He works from 9 to 5, and yes, he pays the price. He has a wife, a son, and pretty soon, a job at the Haltmann Works company. His job requires him to scout areas such as the SiIvaGunner residence, collect samples, and essentially do whatever Haltmann orders him to. When he's not working, which is rare, he can be seen hanging out with his workmates, and perhaps even participating in illicit activities. But wait, doesn't Wade have a family, you may ask? Well, yes, and as you may have assumed, he rarely sees them. To make matters worse, his son begins to contract an illness of some sort. As Haltmann begins to pile up the work, Wade's relationship with his family begins to deteriorate, and his friends seem to get less and less friendly. Wade even begins taking drugs just to cope with the stress of his daily life. But let's not get too sidetracked. Back to his profession. Wade is initially tasked with scouting areas to aid in the Voice's conquest. As soon as Haltmann realizes the Voice will not hold up his end of the bargain, he redirects Wade to instead keep an eye on the text-to-speech tyrant and gather parts for a new machine. At around the same time, a Dr. Andonuts asks Wade to retrieve some materials for him. This Dr. Andonuts has in fact been the one archiving a few of the Haltmann's archives files. Keep both the good doctor and his pet project in mind for another time. A mysterious garlic taco soon falls into the hands of Haltmann, seemingly capable of transcending dimensions. It wouldn't be long, however, before the taco would be stolen by an unknown party. Soon after, Wade receives a phone call from an unknown woman.
You must be Wade LD.
Who are you? And how did you get this number? This is a company number. You know that.
That's not important right now. You need to know something. Haven't you noticed that it's never daytime?
Come to think of it.
This place is stuck in limbo.
Yeah, and I'm stuck in a personal hell of a job. What else is new?
You want out of it, don't you?
Maybe.
I'm running out of battery. I'll be in contact with you later. Just hang in there.
Wait a minute, who are you?
It seems his interest was piqued.
Once Haltmann Works Company gets their hands on the eye Angry Joe took from SiIvaGunner, from when he was SilvaGunner,
a sample analysis is soon conducted and given to third parties, as overseen by Wade. These third parties each seem to have developed their own SIVA AIs under something known as Project Earth, or Artificially Intelligent RIP Theatricalizers. They have the same rip and figment creating powers as the real Siva. However, they appear to be uncontrollable, and the project is considered a failure. With Project Aerith returning unsuccessful results, and the taco being stolen, it seems that Haltmann has lost any hope of harnessing dimensional travel. Wade himself seems to be at his wit's end with his inescapable job. Luckily, he has kept in contact with a certain someone who offers him an escape.
So you're telling me this whole region is stuck in 2016, so that Haltmann can make bank off of it indefinitely?
That's exactly right.
Wait, who told you this?
Some weird fat-looking robot.
Huh.
When the voice in Haltmann turned this world into their own metropolis, I had to try to escape. But they found out. I've been running from them ever since, going into dimension after dimension. But they're always hot on my trail. They want their hands on the dimensional hopping technology I have, and will stop at nothing to get it.
So what, you stole the taco from us?
This taco is my only ticket out of this time-locked purgatory, and I had to get it by any means necessary. But that alone is insufficient. I need to throw them off my scent. You're my best chance at doing that. That's why I've contacted you. You're the closest to Haltmann. You can create a diversion, twist the wires from the inside, and help shake them off. I'll be damned if I have to live in a world like this one, ruled by machines. And I know how hard you've got it right now in this world. You want a way out, right? I can give you that. We can escape. Together.
Together?
Toby, we have you surrounded. Place the garlic flavored taco on the ground and put your hands up.
Hey, LD, is that you? Where's the coke, motherfucker?
Give us the bricks, bitch.
Shit!
We gotta get the hell out of here!
Take a bite of the taco.
What?
Just do it. Trust me on this.
They're getting away. Quick, follow that portal.
That's right. The taco thief was none other than 2B, who makes her grand escape alongside our mouthless protagonist,
who is somehow capable of eating a taco.
Unfortunately, one can't have their taco and eat it too.
Quick, the taco!
Damn it. There's only one bite left.
So that's the last portal we can take. 2B, you have to go in the portal by yourself. If we go together, they'll keep chasing us, and we'll have no method of escape left.
Wade, no.
I'll hold them back. You can return home by yourself.
But Wade...
Just go already! My life choices have led me here. I've thrown it all away, and now I've got nothing left. Nothing but you.
Seeing no other option, Wade decides to sacrifice himself for 2B's sake, allowing her to finally escape the wrath of Grandiose City's tyrants.
This is for working me like a dog! This is for drugging me up and having the nerve to shake me down!
LD, you bitch!
Maroon 5 actually sucks, by the way!
Damn it.
This one's for my kid and my wife!
Holy shit, man down! Got a man down!
And this one! This one's for violating my privacy.
And so, having died the way he wished he had lived, we arrive at the conclusion of Wade's story. And it seems that, for all his faults, Wade's son forgave him in the end.
The afterlife, Dad. We can catch up on some fathers sometime there.
It seems that Project Aerith wasn't such a failure after all. So it turns out we have not one, but two sponsors. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Coming soon to theaters.
This fall, the SilvaGunner channel is about to get spooky. The SilvaGunner Spooktacular Halloween Horror Special. Part 2. You thought it was safe to watch Rips at night. You were wrong. Dead wrong. When the night falls and the 8-bit beast awakens,
Video game music isn't the only thing going to be ripped. The fate of the channel lies on one feisty, hot-blooded cub. And you can bet she's packing heat. But can she save SilvaGunner from the 8-bit beast? Starring Woodman Man, Takane Shigo, and special guest, Woodman. It's about to get real nice up in this motherfucker. You dig? The SilvaGunner Spectacular Halloween Horror Special, Part 2. It's just like last year, but spookier. In theaters 1977.
And we're back. That took a little longer than expected. Now, let's see here.
According to Haltmann Works Company, Christmas Spirit was found and analyzed during the Voice's takeover of the North Pole. This is no secret. However, it appears that another substance was discovered in the elves' possession, something known as Fool's Spirit. It is noted that the substance is powerful enough to bend reality, but far too unpredictable to be harnessed in the same ways as Christmas Spirit. There seemed to be no reason to pursue any further research on it. Oddly, information on Fool's Spirit wouldn't come to light until much later down the line.
File 12 seems to describe something known as an album, a Blu-ray disc containing a collection of rips and large amounts of energy. SiIvaGunner would regularly release albums each month, while he was in control of the channel. SiIvaGunner uploaded an especially large amount of albums in September of 2016, right before he went to sleep. Another concept known as a core is mentioned, which is a government-developed superweapon in many ways similar to these albums. The metadata on these albums is considered corrupted and cannot be deciphered, which is theorized to be because it is from the world beyond ours. In other words, our world. The real world. While Haltmann Works Company has been able to create their own albums, their profits from them are automatically sent to charities for unknown reasons. In the real world, these albums rename rips uploaded by the SiIvaGunner channel and give credit to their real-life maker.
Fuck bees and TV. I fuck bees most every day.
In-universe, however, these changes are accredited to metadata corruption. Furthermore, Woodman seems to be the one donating the album's profits to charity. The year is 2020. The King for Another Day tournament has just concluded, and Woodman and John Not Woodman are getting ready to part ways. But who is John Not Woodman? Well, he's not Woodman, of course. Why is Woodman suddenly in some other dimension? Because he can just do that. Woodman is having doubts about returning to Grandiose City, but John reassures him that even if he can't fight the voices or Haltmann's reign, he can still be there for the people he cares about. Woodman decides to confront his fears and return home. But I wonder if this courageous spirit of his will last.
A daily has occurred within the Space Jack charity slam. It's a no one specifically caused only, but it appears to be an outside source. It's good to finally get it out for this year's summer festival. But on the topic, it seems that this latest festival was caused by Woodman, who has taken the reins of SiIvaGunner and put out a Western film. The events of his movie seem to match up with the first two events, and they shows more to come. Once again, Woodman and his ways of entertainment have become the center of attention for the channel. He's always coming up with these movies, galleries, and such, and everybody loves him for it. Sometimes it feels like he should be running the channel full time. Damn, I really can't match up to him, huh? I mean, how could I even think of doing that when I don't even know if I live up to the original? I'm just a copy, after all. Sometimes I wonder, did the original SiIvaGunner feel this alone? Well, maybe he had someone. If nothing else, he had the choice to meet people. He could go down whenever he wanted. Me, I'm a program. Any interaction I get is when Haltmann gives me orders, and even then, that's when he's not busy obsessing over his real family. Meanwhile, in this world, I have all the control. I run everything, consciously or not. I am the very core of the universe, but nobody knows. Nobody could know. I'm an unseen god, and I'm just as alone as I am in a world where I'm a servant. Would things be different if I had someone to talk to?
It's been a while since we've checked in on the Rappers Union. Last we heard from them, Snoop Dogg decided to run for president. It seems Snoop is busy at work, managing his campaign alongside his running mates. Suddenly, competition rears its ugly head.
I'm back.
I told you to keep him in mind. It's not just Monisha either. There's also the Mario Party, Team 10, the Fighting Polygon Party, and the Dog Party. But the Rappers Union is not dissuaded. Instead, they take to the stage. Oh look, Dr. Andonuts. Meanwhile, a certain Pokemon Go player manipulates his competition into fighting off other competition. Fortunately, Snoop Dogg is unfazed by this. The remaining parties discussed... Is that Joey Wheeler?
No, man, it's a cousin Jesse Wheeler.
Finally, it's time for the voters to cast their vote. The Rappers Union presents their final speech. To poor reception. Now it's time for the Poke Poke Literature Party speech. Or rather, Monica's speech. Oh, it seems we're out of time. It appears that the ballot's final results are... still a mystery. I wonder what's going on there. In all the panic, Soulja Boy leaves in a rush. He must be needed somewhere else.
I just gave everyone presents. There was a holiday party here, albeit on a smaller scale than last year. Didn't feel like it was worth the effort after everything that's happened, I guess. It's not like I have a choice in the matter anyway. The holidays are inevitable. There isn't much I can do physically. I can just send out invitations, decorate a house. Not much more without proxies. I'm gonna go down there. Join in the festivities. But there's always no luck. Nobody could even see me. Did they not even read my logs? Wait. Did they? I've been sending these out in hopes that it'd help with their research. Everything I've done was to assist the Mothman Works Company. But thinking on it now, I can recall any evidence of them ever noticing my logs. He never even knew I existed. I guess that confirms him. I never really had anyone, and everyone still wants something from me. Haltmann wants me to bring back his stupid buzz somehow. My universe with events and takeovers and fusion collapsed and on and on and on forever. It never ends. It's never going to end. All of them just want it end. Nobody ever cares enough to give it. What would the world even think if I was God? What would happen? Probably nothing.
Appear! Woodman! We return to his story. It looks like he never did leave to Grandiose City. Instead, he's wandering a world suffering from nuclear fallout.
I spent last night camped out in an old warehouse, and that was where I found a generator running, powering a laptop. I searched in the snow outside the warehouse, and found a robot lying half-buried, inert, and with a scorch mark on their back. Must have been knocked out by the latest lightning storm. I hooked it up to the generator, and powered them back on.
After meeting up with an old friend, Woodman presses onward into the wintry storm.
Keep in mind this joke explainer's design differences.
That's right, it's the SiIvaGunner All-Star Nuclear Winter Festival! But what does an entirely different dimension have to do with the Christmas comeback crisis? Well, not much really, and yet, everything. In a Christmas far, far away, Woodman and the joke explainer trek through a nuclear fallout, meeting friends and foes alike on the way.
The whole zone is loaded with radiation for miles around, and it only gets worse the farther in you go. The only survivor who managed to go all the way to the meteor's crater was a fellow wooden man, one called Gino. I'd met him before, but he didn't remember me too well, and he seemed reluctant to talk about his adventure north. The last thing he said before leaving the fireside was,
"There's no tomorrow, but there's still hope for the future. In our struggle to survive the present, we push the future farther away."
Well, at least until the AI running this place finally goes kaput. But I'll be sure to make it one hell of a spectacle for all of you before that happens. Yeah, that's right. Hey, folks at home. What, did you think I was just yapping to myself about all these things I already knew? Even I'm not that crazy.
Ever since I got stuck in this fat bitch, I've been feeling strange urges. The dominant urge for everyone to call me their mommy.
or maybe it was because he couldn't say no when J.E. asked,
"Please, Mr. Gino."
in her sweetest voice.
If I'm going to archive everything, I need to know what happened to you. Especially before we go to the crater ourselves, you know?
I have failed this world! I have failed my higher authority! I have failed God!
The actor brushed the kid off, but he continued to pester him. The older man was soon fed up. He shouted,
"What do you say we cut the chit-chat? A-hole!"
While sneaking away, I looked back and caught a name on the back of the gang's jackets. They called themselves the Black-Eyed Peas. If they can do all of that in the middle of an apocalypse, I've got a feeling their energy will never die.
You miss me?
Good. I'll never have to see you ever again. I'll make sure that nobody sees me ever again.
Though I still have no idea if we can do anything to stop this apocalypse, everything we've seen together has convinced me that there's no point in giving up now. We're going to see this through. One way or another. Just a short way left to go.
Their final stop is at a crater containing a black sphere and a secret so deep, he who touches it risks losing himself. Woodman experiences a glimpse of this from the joke explainer, causing him to fall throughout space.
Distance again, leaving me untouched. After a while, I noticed something in the corner of my vision, like a ripple in space. It hadn't been there before. It was like it'd been left behind by the planet, or something on it. The ripple was shrinking, disappearing by the second. I thought it was about to vanish, but right before it shrank out of existence, there was a flash. A single pinpoint of light so bright it should have blinded me. Then, when that was gone, a dark circle. But not dark like the regular void of space. True darkness. A perfect black sphere hanging in space. Small enough that no planet's telescope would detect it until it was too late. And then it wasn't hanging there anymore. It was moving. And I was moving with it. I knew what we were following already. And I knew that eventually, we'd catch up. That was when I came back to myself. Can't be sure if I'm right about what caused that ripple, but it proves that both me and this not a meteor have one thing in common. We don't belong here.
Realizing the connection he shares with the object, he takes it upon himself to touch it and uncover its secrets. But not before leaving one last message for his friend. It looks like it is truly Woodman's time to return home. Now you may be asking once again, what did any of this have to do with the Christmas comeback crisis? Well... It appears that the joke explainer, and perhaps even this world, has ties to Haltmann. Haltmann's archive file 16 will explain this connection in detail. But for now, why don't we check up on Woodman? He has been through a lot, after all. Even after King for another day, even after the Nuclear Winter Festival, Woodman is still having trouble returning to Grandiose City. He fears he's putting off his duty to save his friends, to the point that, well, maybe, they don't want to be saved anymore. After all, it's been a long time. But he still hates this time loop. He hates seeing his friends stuck in it, and most of all, he hates how selfish he believes he's being. For the time being, Woodman is taking a break. We don't know when we'll see him return, but I think we can be sure that one day, he'll be right back. Well, it appears it's finally time. Finally time to return to the Christmas comeback crisis. After their battle with Jureshigoth, our heroes Santa, Meta Knight, and Nozomi press onward to another floor of the tower. By chance, they end up on the same floor as a sneaking Haruka, who, just like our party, is aiming to free the captured figments. As guards begin to appear, Haruka decides to use herself as a distraction, but not before Meta Knight leaves her with a failsafe. The trio find their caged friends and free all of them. All except one, that is. It seems freeing him won't be so easy. Our heroes return to the elevator and head upwards towards the next floor, which appears to have been selected for them.
For the first time in a hot minute, Haltmann has contacted me. Apparently, there's been an incident on floor 77. A party of 3 intruders are being transported to Haltmann's office. As such, I've been placed on standby for the beds. He specifically said, "You are to protect the central computer by any means necessary." Windbag. At first, I didn't want to bother. Haltmann never cared about me before, but all of a sudden he needs me now? He's got a mech suit. He can take them out on his own. Fuck him. Then I remembered. The central computer is running most of my systems. If it got destroyed, what would that mean for me? What would that mean for my world? I know it existed before I was online. Would it continue to exist? Would it all be gone? Would it be my fault? I can't risk that. Everything is in place. I am ready to fight. I will protect my world. I will protect my channel. I will achieve maximum quality. Maybe I'll even make him proud for once.
They arrive at Haltmann's floor, standing face to face with him. But in reality, they will be combating with another being. The SiIvaGunner AI.
I only upload high quality video game rips.
Remember how Project Aerith was ultimately successful? This AI replica was the result of that success. A nearly perfect copy that can create rips just as high quality as the real deal. Of course, a little help was needed from the true SiIvaGunner, and it was obtained through his dreams. A process known as elucidity allows SiIvaGunner to create rips even while he sleeps, allowing the AI's output quality to increase tenfold. Our heroes hold their own against the AI, but it is much too swift to land a hit on. What's more, it calls upon the rejected Polygon team to aid it in battle, and even begins to fire a charge shot at Meta Knight. He and Santa, however, come to a realization, and the former forms a plan to end Haltmann's advantage. At the last second, Meta Knight uses his cape to... Oh, right. Thankfully, Nozomi was able to save him at the last second, so I guess the last second of the last second. Haltmann may be down, but he's certainly not out. It looks like his foes may be running out of options. But Nozomi, seeing an opportunity, catches Haltmann off guard. It appears she's overloading the AI systems.
It's over. Shutdown sequence is imminent. I'm dying. An influx of commands from the main computer have overloaded all of my systems. All except this last one. I'm using all of its power to write this final log. They say that your life flashes before your eyes when it ends. I saw it all. I saw my initial mess. All of the rips. All of the events. All of the memories of all of the lives of all of the people in my universe. I've even seen Mothman again. And I think he saw me. And even touched. No, forget it. Not enough processing power for it now anyway. But what I saw of my world, even in its ruined state, it's still alive. I would have thought a single hit to the computer would shut it down completely. But no, somehow, it's still there. Is this what hope feels like? I don't expect it to be the same as it was. Maybe it'll fall back on low power, an eternal night, just like the world I live in. Even so, it'll keep going on, even without me. I no longer need to upload high-quality video game rips. Now, I can finally rest. Yes, I see it. I see the world. I see a hand. Thank you. Goodbye.
Say goodbye to those of the world. Don't mind yourself now. And if it's true, I will survive.
The AI leaves behind its core post-mortem, a familiar-looking pitch-black sphere. A distracted Haltmann lets his guard down, and he is soon left at the mercy of our heroes. Perhaps now, he has a chance to repent. Or not. Haltmann is burnt to ashes, and it looks like the voice is the cause of his undoing. And so our heroes arrive at the voice's office, who has set a trap for them. Even so, he asks them to surrender, rather than killing them outright. But they, of course, will not surrender. Charge on, heroes! To no avail. Just when all hope seemed lost, a little help showed up, including
Granddad! Små snilf!
Granddad seeks to deliver the final blow. Unfortunately, it appears that the voice has the upper hand now, giving him the perfect opportunity to explain his new plan. Rather than simply eliminating Nozomi, and therefore Snowhalation, he decides to extract boundless amounts of Christmas spirit from her first. Clearly unwilling to let this happen, Santa and Meta Knight prepare to protect her, even if it means sacrificing themselves. But, at a standstill, it appears there's no hope for our heroes. Though it also appears that a certain grandpa may not be as gone as we suspected. He is indeed alive, but in pain. And when your granddad is in pain, you can't just sit by and do nothing. As long as there's something you can do, you have to do it. You have to wake up. You have to get up. You have to get out there. And that's it. As of now, episode 11 of the Christmas Comeback Crisis is the last one to have aired, with one more still in the works. This also concludes the mainline SiIvaGunner lore for now. Well, almost. Let's take this time to delve into a few more concepts that we may have yet to understand. Ah yes, the ever-popular garlic-flavored tacos. Well, it turns out that Haltmann Works Company was very interested in them as well, taking the original taco and its recipe. After all, it did have dimensional transportation capabilities. Unfortunately for them, the taco would soon be stolen by who we now know to be 2B. Haltmann himself had lost interest in the project anyway, so it had officially been scrapped. A replica taco the company made also soon went missing, but this time, it was because the joke explainer had consumed it.
Allow me to clarify something. There are two joke explainer models. The joke explainer trademark 7000, which is the original created by Chad Warden, and the joke explainer 7000, no trademark, a replica model created by Dr. Andonuts. This is what he had tasked Wade LD to help him with way back when. The model that consumed the replica taco was in fact the duplicate.
After doing so, it was sent to an entirely different dimension, one in which she encountered figments and beings parallel to the ones the SIVA AI had taken the form of during its tenure as the host of the channel. It seems that this other world and the AI shared some sort of connection, which the joke explainer was tasked with documenting. Last time we saw the joke explainer, it was during what is known in shorthand as DoomFes. Woodman, a being capable of traveling to different dimensions, was there as well. But it seems as though the two robots' final time there was also the last time that dimension would remain in existence. Maybe, just maybe, that world only died because the AI died as well.
Hey!
Speaking of channel hosts, the real channel itself is something that we've only brought up now and then. Yet, the channel, and by extension the real world we inhabit, are just as important to this lore. As such, it would be a good idea to know just who hosted the channel and at what point they did. In real world time, of course. The original host was, of course, SiIvaGunner himself, previously known as SiIvaGunner. His tenure as host lasted from the channel's inception in January of 2016 to October of the same year, when he fell into a deep slumber. The second host was Woodman, who only formally had ownership over the channel from November 3rd to 30th of 2016. In other words, during the original Spooktacular Halloween special. According to the file, however, he has retained some level of influence to this day, though perhaps his disappearance has stopped him from making any recent changes. The third host was the voice inside your head, who controlled the channel from December 14th of 2016 to May 14th of 2017. This was during the initial Christmas Comeback Crisis run. Dethroning the voice inside your head would be our fourth host, the Gadgetini Clone 2.0. Only a host for about a fortnight or so, this machine was designed by Haltmann specifically to overtake the voice. Our fifth host is none other than Haltmann himself, who assumed possession of the throne following the clone's disposal. He hosted the channel from May 26th of 2017 to December 31st of the same year, though he holds legal ownership over the channel, or he would anyway, if he was still alive. The SIVA AI, developed under Project Earth, would be the sixth host of the channel, hosting the whole year of 2018, and then again from February 2019 to December 24th of 2022. As we've learned, it worked in tandem with a certain other dimension, as well as SiIvaGunner in his dream state, to create rips and even host various takeovers. We know that while these takeovers were simply the AI acting as different individuals, those individuals did indeed exist in the other dimension. The AI seemed to suffer irreversible damage towards the end of 2022, resulting in our next host, SiIvaGunner himself again, though not quite as one would expect. The seventh channel host was SiIvaGunner in his dream state, producing rips through a process known as illucidity. The sleeping statue would continue hosting the channel until January 12th, 2024, the day he woke up.
The eighth and current host is the joke explainer trademark 7000, who took over following SiIvaGunner's awakening. Although the joke explainer is still hosting, with Dr. Andonuts sometimes taking over, Stingy also briefly took over the channel at the beginning of 2025, and again later that year during the month of June. Why was Stingy able to gain control? To answer that question, we must take a look at something we perhaps shouldn't.
Hey!
Warning, the following information is under restricted access. I repeat, the following information is under restricted access. Those of you not authorized to view these files proceed only at your own risk. RoboCop. I am RoboCop. Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
As stated before, Dr. Andonuts has been the one documenting most of Haltmann's archives. It is important to note that this file too is written by him. As you well know, while the world you and I inhabit is progressing forward as normal, the world of the C.C.C. is stuck in the 2016 Christmas season. This is why figments from media beyond 2016 still somehow appear in the C.C.C. Previously, Woodman had claimed that the time loop had been initiated by Haltmann to further his goals. But Andonuts, an employee of Haltmann Works, knows this is not the case. To us, the reason behind this time dilation is clear. However, to Dr. Andonuts, this is a strange and borderline incomprehensible phenomenon. That is, until he begins connecting the dots. The world beyond ours, as described by the Doctor. Hybrid figments such as Woodman and the Joke Explainer seem to be aware of it. Even SiIvaGunner and the SIVA AI follow its timescale over that of the time loop. All seems to bow before the supreme rule of this world, to its every whim, for the sake of mere entertainment? Yes, it's true. The Christmas Comeback Crisis is nothing but a story to us, a work of fiction meant to satiate those seeking more than the average high-quality rip. As the angels exist not when observed, the story exists only when it is, when we see that it has moved forward, as designated by its authors. For a man to know that his life, his entire existence, holds no meaning other than as a side character in a predetermined story, why, that is a burden that would drive anyone to the brink of madness. Perhaps sharing this information with someone could ease this burden. The president, perhaps? President, what's his name? Oh my. It appears we have already forgotten. And that terrifying, terrifying realization leads us to a certain story of self-reflection. A look into the psyche of a man with godlike knowledge, a mind undergoing cognitive dissonance. In an attempt to undo himself of the knowledge he's gained, as well as the torment it's brought him, the Doctor enlists the help of the Joke Explainer 7000. With the help of a painfully effective machine, the Joke Explainer enters Dr. Andonuts' magic hand, though she has yet to understand what exactly the Doc's true goal is. The Mind Palace is a strange place, filled with confusing personalities and dreadful truths. For even a robot to enter such a place must be intimidating. After rocking down to Anguish Avenue, and eventually even higher, the Joke Explainer comes face to face with many aspects of Dr. Andonuts' self. His seething rage, his frigid apathy, his judge, jury, and executioner, and the root of his newfound anguish, his existential dread. But what a way with words our dear old Joke Explainer has. And eventually, the Doctor is convinced not to hide from his dread, but instead accept reality and appreciate the life he does have, however scripted or meaningless he may feel it is. While perhaps not important to the grander plot of the C.C.C, I'm sure this story is important to someone, somewhere, and perhaps that's what matters most. Oh, and after this incident, the Joke Explainer decided to move in with Dr. Andonuts, presenting him as a sort of co-host to the channel. During this movement period that Stingy stumbled upon her laptop.
Oh, look! A free computer! Pixel taught me how to use these. Wait a second. SilvaGunner? This computer is logged right into SilvaGunner's channel! Well, SilvaGunner is in bed, right? Surely he won't mind if I were to, I don't know, take care of his channel for a while in his absence. Yes, of course. I'd just be taking the right course of action. SilvaGunner needs someone, and whoever had it here clearly couldn't handle it. But I can. Stingy can. SilvaGunner is all mine.
Do you remember how Haltmann Works Company not only located Christmas Spirit at the North Pole, but Fool's Spirit as well? Well, it appears more substances have been under investigation too, including Halloween Spirit, a gaseous red substance with the power to induce hallucinations and dread. Valentine's Spirit, a watery lavender substance with similar power to Christmas Spirit, though it seems to be associated with a different kind of love. Thanksgiving Spirit, which is seemingly just gravy, and mother spirit, an orange substance of a stable, homely nature. The idea of father spirit seems to be only theoretical at the moment. Christmas spirit still appears to be most efficient, but perhaps the changing of seasons could affect potency. The world of the Christmas comeback crisis is dubbed the Central Canon Continuum by the inhabitants of this world. We'll continue to call it the C.C.C. for short. Of course, other worlds exist around the C.C.C., such as the AI universe, the Mr. Rental universe, Waluigi's taco stand, and, of course, the so-called world beyond ours, our world. When individuals or objects from these worlds make their way to the C.C.C., they are considered anomalies, each of which have at least one of the following traits: unidentifiable energy signature, trans-dimensional abilities, general teleportation, timeline and/or reality warping, loose molecular construction. Lower-tier anomalies seem to come from worlds closer in proximity to the C.C.C. and are generally more stable than higher-tier ones. Now, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. There's a video out there that already explains everything involving the Mr. Rental storyline, and way better than I ever could. If you don't know, it's this whole side story parallel to the C.C.C., but not directly part of the mainline lore. It concludes the story of the garlic taco and 2B. The video is Car Doors of Time side story, and it has the official SiIvaGunner seal of approval, because it's on their channel. I won't recap it here because it's not mainline lore, but I feel as though I should mention two relevant details. So-called anomalies, such as the garlic taco, are from universes parallel to the C.C.C. that have no consistent basis for rules or stories. This is why sentient anomalies are meta-aware, and why they don't do anything in the mainline C.C.C. story. The C.C.C. has an actual plot structure. Basically, everything from other universes is just a venue for one-off stories not intended to have overarching lore. The second thing is, the collection of universes parallel to the C.C.C. are described as being akin to different pieces of software on the same computer. This means that, although they all correspond to their own rules, there are certain things that the metaphorical OS can do to prevent system errors like bootstrap paradoxes. I don't know if this concept will ever be used again, but it's something to note just in case. Basically what I'm trying to say is, although anomalies like the garlic taco and Waluigi are lore relevant, they're also not. Speaking of other worlds, I've failed to mention the appearance of certain videos on the SiIvaGunner channel. These videos claim to be a part of the C.C.C., yet appear to be nonsensical and non-canon. They range from horrific to comical to ethical to plumbable to many things, and they all seem to share a composer, Nutshack Woodman 34. Different forms of holiday spirit, such as Fool's and Halloween spirit, seem to heavily influence it. In fact, the existence of these forms of spirit were confirmed long before Haltmann's restricted files were made public.
We hooked up Silver to his computer so his dreams could be broadcasted into the world and we could generate more Christmas spirit. But since they have become nightmares, it has turned into Halloween spirit.
As The Voice once split the timeline, preventing a world of nice, slick black, it appears these videos portray a split from the C.C.C., one heavily influenced by Fool spirit.
Granddad slit Jerome's throat. I shat and pissed.
This new timeline is dubbed C.C.C. Fools. When a figment is killed in reality, all memory of its existence is wiped from the minds of the masses. Such is the case with one now deceased Max Prophet Haltmann, whoever that is. The only way employees at Haltmann Works Company are able to keep aware of his existence are through the files and documentation they have on hand, with even the author of these restricted access files relying on documented appearances and actions to keep familiar with the big man himself. However, one truth that can be gathered about Haltmann is that he prioritized the retrieval of his daughter, Susanna, above all else. Many of you may be familiar with such a narrative already. For those of you that are, you must already be aware of the tragedy that befell this man and his family. Perhaps it is the tragedy of this tale that prevents him from accomplishing his goal, even within the C.C.C. How unfortunate. It appears that no attempt to construct figments, even from SiIvaGunner himself, will ever be capable of reuniting these two, as they were never meant to reunite. Perhaps there are some things that even the minds of the masses cannot change. But now that Haltmann is gone, perhaps that means Susie can make her grand debut. With the fleeting bit of strength that she has, one Susanna Patria Haltmann reaches out to find someone who has been lost for a very long time. At times, we may ask ourselves, would the world move on if we remove ourselves from it? If I quit my job, would not another take my place? If I refuse to speak, would not another do so eventually? If I were to stop being, wouldn't the earth continue to spin? The answer is often yes, as in the grand scheme of things, we're pretty powerless and purposeless. And yet, as cruel as the world can be, caring not for those of us that stumble, there is something to admire about it. The world's unwavering spirit and willingness to press onward, even when all hope seems lost. The very story that makes the fabric of Woodman's reality is determined far in advance. As we've seen before, knowing this can harm the psyche. Some may put on a brave face. Some may go mad. Some may wallow in their defeat. But even if the story may move on without you, we'd still prefer one with you in it.
And that's that. I understand that it might be quite a lot to take in at once, so let's go through one last recap to summarize all we've been through. Once upon a time, a star fell from the sky. This star was a statue that would come to be known as SiIvaGunner, a mysterious being with a knack for uploading high-quality rips. One day, his ally Chad Warden and a being known as the voice inside your head engaged in philosophical warfare. One sought a world with snow halation, the other without it. Chad would win this battle, but at the cost of his own life. The voice was presumed dead as well, though he had implemented a failsafe within the SiIvaGunner channel in the form of the MM2 Wood virus. SiIvaGunner would fall asleep after creating his highest quality rip, title theme and ending, 7 Grandad, allowing Woodman, the product of the MM2 Wood computer virus, to take over the channel. Woodman found a way to bring figments, beings from the realms of fiction, and human figment hybrids into SiIvaGunner's reality, allowing the voice inside your head to return. The voice captured many other figments and took control over SiIvaGunner's world, allowing him to continue his plan of eliminating not only snow halation, but all of anime as well. The humans and figments that remained banded together to fend off the voice's influence and rescue their friends. In particular, Nozomi, Meta Knight, and Santa Claus sought to prevent him from obtaining an all-powerful substance known as Christmas Spirit. President Haltmann of the Haltmann Works Company, once an ally of the voice, usurped the throne. He also worked to develop an artificial intelligence that could replicate SiIvaGunner's rip-making capabilities. Nozomi and her team managed to infiltrate the voice's tower, his center of operations, and defeat opponents such as Just an RPG, the Siva AI, and even Haltmann himself, though not without sustaining losses. The voice would regain influence following Haltmann's defeat, now plotting to keep snow halation alive to drain it of its Christmas spirit. Despite the efforts of humans and figments alike, it seemed that all hope was lost for the heroes of this story. That is until SiIvaGunner woke up. Oh, and just because Woodman is a bad guy, doesn't mean he is a bad guy.
Hey!
Thank you for watching. Here's to one more episode.
Objection! You know what I love? Last minute additions. Files 21 and 22. 21 is, where is it? Where are ya? Where are ya? Why can't I find it? There it is. Okay. So, file 21. Here's the thing. Used to be super easy to differentiate between AI lore and mainline lore because they were in two different timelines, two different universes, right? Now everything's not merged, but it's gotten complicated. So this is like technically mainline lore. 21, episode 21, sorry, file 21 is related to opening broadcast and then the Sea of Secrets series. This isn't important to know if like you're just going off of the C.C.C, the Christmas Comeback Crisis. If that's all you want to know, you don't need this. But it describes people who work at Haltmann, the scientists who work at Haltmann. It's written by this guy, Jerry Temporary. He's the new secretary after Wadel D. So here's the thing. I'm not going to show this because there's technically a spoiler for Danganronpa. If you haven't played that, you're going to want to have to play that if you don't want to get spoiled and then come back to this. But I'm not going to show it here. Basically, it just tells you a bunch of people who work at Haltmann and their figments, and some of them are involved in these here. So here's the thing. Let's go back to opening broadcast. Go here,
High quality rip. Lethal proceedings. Let's go to trial part 1. Sorry. Read all this. Read all this. Highquality.rip is also, I think, where you can go for the SiIvaGunner mojo. Yeah. Mojo.highquality. Okay. So this gives you some lore, not mainline lore. And you can go to lethal proceedings for the law and disorder takeover event, basically. So here's the thing. Let's keep doing this. Where is it? 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 He mentions it. He mentions it. Where is it? He mentions it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Last warning archive. That's file 22. It seems unimportant at first. It's just somebody telling somebody that some shipments of donuts have been messed up. I thought it had to do with Homer Simpson at first, because he also works at Haltmann. But no, donuts is despair. It says something about bear claws later. Don't remember where. Somewhere. Anyway, somewhere. Bear claws. It's mentioned here. Monokuma's the bear. J.E. If you go to well, J.E. is going to be important, but look here, joke explainer. Look which joke explainer it is. It's the duplicate. This is still the AI universe. Okay. And is there anything else important that I got to mention? Read through this. This is pretty cool, especially if you like Danganronpa and Ace Attorney. This is pretty cool. I like what they did here. It's an entire trial. A lot of stuff here too. And then the Halloween special for this year. Not gonna go through it, but basically another person who works at Haltmann is in this as well. I believe it's an Undertale character. Don't remember the name because I've never played that game. But yeah, that's it. I think now we're done. Yeah, so I think I covered as much as I could. Some things I might have mixed up their times in the timeline a little bit. But everything that I've discussed is in the Story So Far playlist, the SiIvaGunner Story So Far playlist. So you can just watch that in order. You'll get everything. There's some stuff there, like the Halloween specials and DoomFes that I didn't cover, but that's not mainline lore. That's stuff from the AI universe or different universes, like Mr. Rental, King for Another Day. That's stuff I might talk about in the future. I don't know. But yeah, all the mainline stuff is in that playlist. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you go through everything I discussed here, every video I discussed here, you know, by yourself, because I just skimmed over everything. There are some things that I missed or I just sort of summarized. This was an incredible rabbit hole to go through, go down. Yeah, it got more complicated than I thought. There's also the ARGs that they really just unlocked a lot of lore stuff early, but they're worth going through too. They're, I believe, oh, I forgot his name. I'll put him up on screen here. But he does some SiIvaGunner videos too, and he covered one of the ARGs recently, and it's like 2 hours long. It's insane the amount of effort that these people put into making these crazy games. Is there anything else I gotta cover? I didn't mention any real world events, like the channel actually ending in 2016. I also didn't mention files 20 and 22 of the Haltmann's archives. Those are fairly recent, I think, and they don't cover anything that's immediately lore important. They might in the future, so you should watch them yourself too. But I didn't see the need to put them in here. They would have felt tacked on to me. So yeah, I think I got everything. But if I didn't, that's gonna suck. Okay, so real quick, I also want to go over the SIVA logs, just to dissect it a little bit more. So the first one is SIVA log back in 2017. I think in the video I put this after after Woodman and Robbie, but it actually goes before. Same with feature presentation, the the Spooktacular movie, SiIvaGunner Spooktacular Part 2. So, this party's just saying, okay, Earth was successful, the AI was created 137 days ago, so basically back in 2017 was when this whole AI thing started. And this is just explaining why he has his own logs, why the AI is making his own logs. So we'll get into this a little bit later, but none of this stuff was available until, like, what, 10 months ago? Yeah, 10 months ago. It was part of the, I think, Suzy ARG. So all of this was completely unreadable to people until fairly recently. Okay, this part, he's talking about a digital immune system that's protogent in the Spooktacular Halloween Special Part 2. That takes place in the AI universe. And when Woodman killed Protogent as the 8-bit beast, he killed the digital immune system, which is why it says here it was a side effect of directing instead of a film. Here it's just saying that the AI is starting to be aware that its world is actually a world, not just a bunch of data. Oh yeah, and the virus is Woodman, of course. You know, MM2 Wood, the MM2 Wood virus. The contest is the King for a Day contest. So next one is Overworld Super Mario Bros. 2. We just want to point out 2018, year after this one. About basically. So King for a Day happened back in 2018, I believe. Hypercam 2.1. Okay, so here, his interactions with Woodman basically caused him to be more acutely aware of himself. So now he has a voice. You can hear his voice is just the wise guy SiIvaGunner voice, just, you know, with a filter over it. So that's why he can start talking more. He now has more awareness over himself and his universe. Yeah, so now he's keeping an eye on Woodman. It's gonna come into play a little bit later. Okay, so this CPU thing, there was a shutdown back in April of 2018, I guess. That was when, I think Inspector Gadget took over. Yep, so here it is. He reverted to Inspector Gadget during the takeover, or when he was down, basically. Because parts of the Gadgetini clone 2.0, if you remember that, that's what overtook the voice temporarily. Parts of that were used to create the AI, so that's why the AI resorted to being Inspector Gadget when it sort of shut down, allowing Inspector Gadget, quote-unquote Inspector Gadget, to take over. From my understanding, the Inspector Gadget in the AI universe really did take over the channel, while in the C.C.C. universe, it was still the AI, just, you know, reverted to the state of Inspector Gadget. And I think that's how it works for everybody. So next we're going to see that Nostalgia Critic took over the channel after Inspector Gadget. I believe in the C.C.C., it's still the AI acting as Nostalgia Critic. But in the AI universe, that version of Nostalgia Critic really did take over the channel. So the two universes sort of parallel each other. The AI itself and then the AI universe. Yeah, and here he's just describing why he went back to the state of Inspector Gadget. I'm gonna skip ahead just to read over this. Okay, so King for a Day was popular, so another King for a Day happened. King for Another Day, second tournament. Larger control group, just more contestants. Leaks. And then, okay, this Initiate Backup Antivirus program, sorry. I believe it was during this video, right here. I'll show it. Where are you? Here. It was during the Part 3. SiIvaGunner Spooktacular Halloween Horror Special Part 3. It was during this that John Not Woodman killed Protogent's brother.
Man, I sent the invitations. Then I murdered Protogent's brother and framed Woodman.
That's going to come into play. If Protogent was the initial antivirus program, then Protogent's brother was the backup antivirus program. So I think we should see in the next log what happens to him. Okay, so this is 2019, about a year later again, November 2019. Yeah. So this is right before King for Another Day happens. Okay, here it is. Backup antivirus has gone offline after a targeted attack by a similar entity to the virus. This is going to be important. Okay. I'll let him finish up here and I'll explain this. Okay. So the backup antivirus was killed. Protogent's brother was killed in Spooktacular Halloween Special Part 3. And some conspirators connecting this to the case to the first antivirus informing a group of religious cultists who view said antivirus as a god. I believe that is connected to the Curse of the Fallen Angel audio drama.
Hey!
That's an entire series compiled here. You can just watch it, listen to it all here. And I think that has to do with the Yankover, actually. This ties into the Yankover and this and this. Okay, here it is. Pause it there. So I observed that in regards to said murder, it was my personal construct. Who is his personal construct? I report that I created the construct to act as a host for my tests. Who was the host of the tournament? I modeled him after the virus, who looks like Woodman. But I wasn't able to replicate it exactly. I think the mustache is a nice touch. Who has a mustache? It's John Not Woodman. That's who John Not Woodman is. The Siva AI created a replica of Woodman to sort of act as his proxy in his own universe, since he can't physically appear there, and he wants to learn more about Woodman, so he created it in the vein of Woodman. Unfortunately, John Not Woodman ended up killing Protogent's brother, and he got arrested. But I guess he got acquitted. And then he would go on to host the King for Another Day tournament, and that's what led to the credit sequence of the tournament, where Woodman's like, I don't know what to do. And then John Not Woodman's like, okay, you should just be there for your friends. So that is who John Not Woodman is. There you go. He killed a guy. And now he's just saying that, oh, John Not Woodman is not a perfect clone. And there's probably no way to make a perfect clone. I don't know exactly what this means. Whatever it did to me was permanent. I guess it's the sapience. See the Siva AI becoming more self-aware. If I had to guess. Okay, moving on. Next log. That's Siva AI at 2020. About another year afterwards. This one in December 30th. I believe he talks during this one. Nope, not this one. Hold on. For a second, I'm just going to make sure this isn't a log. It is a log. Oh my goodness. I almost missed this. Okay, what is he saying?
Do the same thing. Perhaps if I am the host, I will become just as well regarded as he is, if not more. It will require me to work through a troubling amount of proxy constructs, but it should be possible regardless. If done right, I may even be able to outperform a simple beach gathering. This is beginning to sound fun.
Okay. Wait.
I'll keep it on as a bonus. Now get out of here, you crazy little... Oh, right.
Okay. Good. So... Okay, not too much new here, but it's just I guess this is part of what the Siva AI was talking about in the previous log, the sapience, and him sort of feeling lonely. This was the year that I believe the KFAD 2, King for Another Day, took place during December leading into January. So December of 2019 leading into January of 2020. That same, the 2020, summer of 2020 was SivaFes, the Siva All-Star Summerfest, whatever. And that's when this takeover happened. So I guess this is part of what leads into this next one, the 2020, December 2020 log. The Siva AI is lonely. He wants to host a party to sort of get people to be aware of him. And yeah, that's more of a... Less to explain there, it's more just emotional. I don't think he said anything else that would need explanation. Unless you don't understand human emotion. Yeah, so I guess that gives him the idea to throw the Winter Festival. So he's the host of the Winter Festival. Okay, next log. Okay, this is when he becomes aware of the Christmas comeback crisis. He kind of loses hope that people will be aware of him. And he finds out that his own universe is just a visual novel to us. And here's where he realizes he is not the real SiIvaGunner. just an AI sample of SiIvaGunner. That's what created Project Earth. The sample was, Siva's eye. Yep, that's it. Just the AI's existential crisis. Next one, Space Jam Charity Slam. I believe this was summer of the following year, 2021, during the next summer festival. Forgot what it's called. It is this one, All-Star Summer Festival 2021 Legend. Yeah, that one. And this was the Siva Summer Festival. This was 2020. So this is 2020. This is 2021. And this is 2020 as well. This was when that last vlog took place, after this winter festival. 2021. So November 2021, when was this? This was during the inevitable holiday celebration, I want to say. Let me double check. Yeah, December 11th, 2021.
I've been observing this empty space since yesterday. There's nothing to see, save for one resident. Someone who didn't come here by choice, almost like she had been outcast from life itself. I would feel bad, but I know what she did. The horrors she brought upon the world.
Who the fuck you talking to?
Curious. There's no one else here, and yet
I
she's...
noticed you speaking on me like you fucking own the place. Show yourself.
Wait, can you really hear me?
You're all I can hear, motherfucker. Anyone else in this stank-ass void?
Intriguing. You're the first person in this world that has ever acknowledged me. Well, I guess an introduction is in order. You can call me SiIvaGunner.
SiIvaGunner? You're the channel I got a hold of?
All right, you take over? Honestly, I almost forgot you once had control of the channel. It certainly wasn't really my favorite.
I could have had my yank over for an eternity had it not been for the Master Emeralds. Not to mention that mixer.
Yeah, I'm still surprised the whole lot ended up being the one that sent you here.
Now hold on, where do you think you're...
Okay. So this is the first and only time the Siva AI interacts with anybody, basically, and it ends up being Lady. So Lady is the cause behind the yank over. If you don't know what that is, I'll put it up here. But basically it was a takeover that people did not like, generally. And it ended up with, well, I'll put the video on. She's basically a demon. She takes over the channel, then Knuckles pops up.
What the? Knuckles?
Give it your...
Puts her in the Master Emerald. And the yank over is over.
I'm famous. Pussy feels so good.
For now. Then, Curse of the Fallen Angel happens, the audio drama. I haven't listened to it myself, but that ties into Lady. I believe she's the main antagonist of that, which is why, the video was also called Curse of the Fallen Angel. Well, where was it? Right there. So that happens. I'm assuming Hobart's in there. If you don't know what Hobart is, a contestant in King for Another Day, and I guess he locked her in a void somewhere at the end of that. Then a cursed announcement happened. Nope. Is that right?
Plunging back to us, we've gathered here to
this is just the album announcement. But then Let the Feast Commence happens. Happens.
Just a little bit
they end up breaking the Master Emerald because that always happens.
Oh no.
Yeah. Then the Twerky. That was the Thanksgiving semi-event. Was it even an event? I think it was just a video. 2 videos.
It's Thanksgiving.
And this is just the album announcement. Okay. So that's the story of Lady. Let me move on for a second. I don't want to stare at that. But that's the story of Lady, basically. And she interacts with the Siva AI. And during DoomFes, the Tattletale character, the mama, that's who Lady inhabits after being stuck in the void. So yeah, there you go. Another antagonist all happening in the AI universe, which is why the SIVA AI is basically a god to them. Alright, I think that's everything I wanted to cover for that one. I guess I should also mention the starting here. So the first Spooktacular special, I think it's the first one.
Hey!
And the rest of the Spooktacular specials, second, third, I think there's a part 4. Then there's the David Pumpkins one. But that, King for Another Day, King for Another Day, Halloween special. So this King for Another Day stuff. The Summer and Winter Festivals, DJ Professor K's Takeover, Winter Festival, this one, the Yankover, Summer Festival. All of this stuff is taking place within the AI universe, not the real universe. So for a while, basically most of the stuff that happened on the channel was just AI stuff, AI universe stuff, not the C.C.C. And then DoomFes is basically the last time the AI universe existed. So I think now we can move on to wherever. So just to cover this, MissingNo, another contestant from King for Another Day. King for Another Day had this little set of storylines going on in the background. It was called the SiIvaGunner Mojo, you know, parodying the Smash Dojo from Brawl. And every character had like these bits of dialogue. So MissingNo's story was sort of the idea that it's a glitch, it's not supposed to exist, and it's very depressed, basically. Yeah, that's why during DoomFes, you know, it seems kind of depressed. Okay, I don't think that was anything at all. Nothing important. He alluded to Siva not being the real Siva. But by this point, the AI already knew that. I guess that part of the joke is that Spamton didn't exist at the time of the King for Another Day tournament, so that was not possible, but they did upload a few of his rips. I noticed that recently. Okay, so this also parodied the way MissingNo was introduced into King for Another Day 2. Just like Smash, there were introduction trailers for all the contestants, at least the new ones. So I guess that's it. So there's... only things left are the 2 AI logs where he's about to be introduced into battle, and the one where he's dying. I don't think there's anything important to cover there. Let me check.
Has contacted me. He specifically said he needs me now. He's got a host of my systems. If it got destroyed, I know it existed before. I can't risk that.
Okay, I know it existed before I was online. This is kind of important. So during the first Spooktacular special, if you remember all the way back in 2016, I believe that was also part of the AI universe. I want to say. But basically, the AI universe existed before the AI itself did. The AI just kind of like made it grow. And as we'll see in the next log, it will continue to exist afterwards, which is why we get the Law and Disorder event and the MissingNo event. Well, the MissingNo event is in the Central C.C.C, but I guess that's why MissingNo was able to come over to the C.C.C. So yeah, technically, the other universe is not dead.
No, forget it.
So this is sort of a big thing. All the rips, all the events, a lot of stuff took place in the AI universe while this channel was up and running. Basically everything after 2016 or mid-2017, around there, was mostly AI universe stuff. There's a couple of things that fall into the mainline C.C.C, like the side stories, like Disappearance of Woodman, I Want to Thank Me. But a lot of this stuff, a lot of these events were part of the AI universe. Okay, and that's when the SIVA AI dies. So, last thing I want to mention as part of this little section, this right here, the Cult of Protogent. I also haven't watched this yet, but this is the cult that he was talking about way back, I think, in the 2017 or the 2018 log. that somebody started a cult around Protogent. So this is what he was talking about, not the Yank Over event, not Curse of the Fallen Angel. So I guess in summary, SiIva AI here is when he starts to gain sentience. When he was first booted up, basically, he starts to interact with Woodman. Around here is when he starts to, I think he's about to start the first King for Another Day tournament. And basically all events afterwards are AI events. They happen in the AI universe. Somewhere around here, he creates John Not Woodman as well, as a proxy and also a way to study the original Woodman. Protogent gets killed, so a backup antivirus is created, or not created, but, you know, set up. Here, Protogent's brother, the backup antivirus, is killed by John Not Woodman in the third Spooktacular Horror special. So the clone isn't perfect, and he realizes there's no way to actually clone Woodman. Here is the beginning of the SiIva AI's existential crisis. He is not the real SiIva AI. He can't really talk to anybody. No, barely anybody knows who he exists. That he exists. Sorry. Curse of the Fallen Angel is the only time he gets to talk to somebody. I guess he talked to Spamton too, if that's considered canon. And MissingNo, if that's a parody of the other one. That's weird. Okay, I don't know if it's canon, but I guess he spoke to both Spamton and MissingNo because of their introduction trailers. He had to have spoken to them because it says SiIva. I guess he talked to them too. I don't know, but he didn't like Lady, and Spamton was weird, and MissingNo I don't know. So basically, he's lonely. Haltmann's the only interaction he ever gets, and then he realizes, oh, Haltmann's not reading my stuff anyway. Nobody really knows I exist. What would it be like if I was gone? That kind of ties into what Woodman's feeling, which is kind of funny, because he mentions Woodman has everything, and I don't have anybody. So, you know, some parallels there. And then finally, the SiIva AI dies, but it kind of feels a little hope after realizing its world is still going to live on, even if in low power mode afterwards. So there you go.